Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, just push that little button right there that says subscribe to get consistent teaching tools and tips to live your dreams. In fact, today I want to talk to you about how to declutter your home, tips and benefits. You know, I heard one psychologist say this, that closets are a window into people's mental health. Dear Lord, closets are a window into our health? Well, let me just ask you, can you identify with any of these descriptions? Are you chronically late to things? Late to work, maybe just 3 minutes, but chronically late. Late to dinner appointments, late to doctor's appointments, always having to apologize for being late. Do people describe you as she's always late, don't count on her being on time? Or are you, paying your bills late habitually? You're paying a late fee. Or, do you just feel stressed out? When you're at home, you just have this anxiety. Maybe even you feel like you're missing out on some of your dreams and goals. Or, maybe you don't have time to save money because you're paying all your bills late. Things like that. Do you know that those are all indicators that it's time to declutter your home? Now, it doesn't just mean that, but those are all indicators of it's time to get some things organized. And here's the thing, there's degrees of clutter. They vary from person to person. What one person sees as order, another sees as a catastrophe. And the funny thing is they typically marry each other, which I may or may not be talking about me and Rodney. But my point is, we all see things differently. And you have to declutter and get organized to what fits your standard. In fact, I heard this story about a woman who her and her husband were complete opposite, like me and Rodney. And she said, one day I just thought I'm going to do an experiment. They came home from a trip, and she said, I just left his suitcase at the front door just to see how long it would take him to empty it out or to move it. So she said she put it right at the front door where he literally had to walk over it or walk around it. After 1 month of him walking over the suitcase, she finally moved the suitcase, emptied it, and put it away. So what I'm saying is, it varies from person to person, and you have to do what feels right for you. But listen to this. This is amazing statistics. The average American home has over 300,000 items in it. 300,000. In the past 50 years, the average American home has more than tripled in size. So our homes are bigger, but get this. 1 out of 10 Americans rents an off-site storage unit to house our extra possessions. So our homes are bigger, we have more stuff, and we still need a storage unit that we have to pay for to keep our clutter. And it might all not be clutter, but you know what I mean. So I want to give you some tips that I believe is going to help you because we like our stuff. But listen to this. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. I want you to have peace when you walk in your home, peace when you rest at night, when you wake up the next morning. So here's a few of the little tips that I began to learn. One of them is the 365 rule. This one is where just every day you remove one item from your house. And you might even get a calendar so you can mark through it every day that you remove an item that you don't need, that's broken, that's, it's just unnecessary. Just get it out. Every day you remove one item. Here's another one, the 30-day challenge, which I actually did this one. That's where you remove one item based on the day of the month. So if it's, October 5th, you remove 5 items from your house that you do not need. If it's October 15th, you remove 15 items from your house. And they can be little things, but just remove it. Get it out. Maybe it's stuff you could give away to someone to be a blessing, something you have too much of. On day 25, you remove 25 items. Here's the cool thing. By day 30, you will have removed 500 unnecessary, unwanted, or unneeded items from your house. That's a great decluttering project, isn't it? You can even get kids involved in this. Tell them you got to remove 3 items. You got to do 3 and you do 3. And I'm telling you, by the end of it, you're going to be like, wow, it just looks a little better. 500 things gone. Now, some people recommend this, something old, something new, that anytime you buy a new item of anything, you replace it. You remove something old similar to it. Like if you bought a new shirt, then get rid of an old one that you don't even wear. If you buy some new shoes, get rid of that old pair that's just taking up space. So that's one way you can help the decluttering move a little quicker, is every time you get something new, remove something old. Now, let me just tell you, outer order brings inner calm. Outer order brings inner calmness. Well, some of the benefits that I began to discover in my own life when I began decluttering my house, getting things in order, one of them is that it saves time. You're going to be amazed at how much time it's going to save in your life. In fact, they reported that the average American woman wastes 55.2 minutes every single day just running all over the house searching for lost or misplaced items. That's almost 1 hour a day. They said that equates to about close to 2 weeks a year is wasted running all over the place. In fact, I thought this was kind of funny. IKEA did a study and they said women with shoe racks are 7 times more likely to be at work on time than women without shoe racks. Why is that? Well, see, if your shoes always go in the closet, which I know it's a crazy concept, then you're not running all over the house trying to find your shoes. You go right to them, you get out the door and get to work on time. The second benefit is that you're less stressed. Listen to this. 80% of our medical expenditures are stress related. 80%. One of the most life-changing, therapeutic, peace-producing tasks you will ever engage in is to create a clutter-free environment. Now, these are some statistics that they found. 90% of Americans say disorganization at home or work has a negative impact on their lives. So it's draining you. 65% say clutter affects their state of mind. 53% say it reduces motivation. And 40% say it leaves them feeling unhappy. So look at how all this is draining us and causing stress, which then causes medical expenses. In fact, I think this is amazing. If this isn't a benefit enough, organizing experts say that once their clients got their home in order and organized, they not only lost weight, that's a great benefit, they ended toxic relationships, left unhealthy jobs, and quit poor habits. Those are benefits of just cleaning out the clutter and getting your surroundings in order. Isn't that amazing? The third benefit is you have more confidence. Do you know that every time someone shows up at your house and you keep apologizing for the condition of it, every time we do that, it reduces our self-esteem? And even if it's not friends showing up, but just with our family, we're embarrassed that we can't seem to get a grip on this, it causes your confidence to be diminished. So when you get decluttered, you're going to have more confidence. The fourth one is you'll save money, and this one is huge. I don't have time to go through all of this, but instead of replacing things that you already have but you can't find, like AA batteries, light bulbs, socks, different things, you're going to save money. In fact, they found that 23% of Americans pay their bills late because they can't find them. So you're paying all these late fees that are adding up over time, but if you get decluttered and organized, you're going to pay them on time. Now, this is the one that's most amazing to me, is how I said at the beginning, 1 in 10 Americans rents an off-site storage unit to house our extra stuff, right? Well, on average, we're spending about $1,000 a year in storage fees. However, most Americans do not have $1,000 set aside in an emergency savings account, but we're spending $1,000 on storage units. Well, I asked a guy, Adam, who's a financial investor, I said, obviously, if you were renting a storage unit for 10 years, that's $10,000. So I said, Adam, if you were to take $1,000 and put it in an investment account every year for 10 years, what would you have on average? He said, well, I just happen to have a client who's done that, $1,000 a year times 10 years with a 12% ROI. That client has $17,558, where the person storing their junk has $0. So you can see how you're going to save money once you just declutter the stuff around you. And, in most cases, we don't even remember what's in the storage unit. So why not cash in on it? Make some money on it. So anyway, my fifth benefit is that you're going to have more time and energy to go after your dreams and goals. When you don't have that guilty, nagging feeling that you need to get the house in order, you're going to start focusing more on your future. And that's exactly what God wants you to do. So there's so much more I could share. In fact, I want to bless you with the first 2 chapters of my new book, Declutter Your Way to Success. All you have to do is click the link in the description to get your free download of chapters 1 and 2, because I want you to get that motivation, that ambition, that drive that you need to make this an exciting project. That you're going to do this once and for all. Instead of having the nagging feeling, you're going to get inspired to declutter your house. So all you got to do is click the link in the description, get the free download. You're going to learn about the 10 benefits of being organized, and I believe it really is going to inspire you like never before. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, subscribe by pushing the little button. Share this with a friend. Y'all can start decluttering together. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so I can keep you motivated to live your dreams. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.